back with Pillars of Eternity. We're heading into Card Nua. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong. I always pronounce it wrong. You gotta see what's going on in this abandoned castle. I think we find another party member here. And we are going to look at what's about to become our future home, if I'm not mistaken. Excuse me.
No problem.
Yep. Just off the side of the path in the Card Nua stands an imposing figure, a tall, thick-set armoire clad in a worn armor and peering up at the outer walls of the keep. In his hand is a small piece of charcoal and works feverishly at taking notes upon a small scrap of paper. More than once he has to reach up to prevent his colorful cap from falling off his head as he gazes upward. That moldy brickwork must be fascinating. The man looks over at you, blinking in surprise. His face splits into a wide and very toothy grin, and he waves the parchment in greeting.
It is. Well, not the wall itself, perhaps. The construction is very traditional. There are names scratched upon some of the bricks. Just there. Workers and masons, I expect. Carving a little immortality for themselves. It's a fine keep, Card Nua. 2 centuries to its name, and abandoned for nearly as long. But the truly interesting part is in there, and I haven't had much luck in reaching the keep itself. I hoped to find the master of this place, a man by the name of Maerwald, but it seems that he either holds his privacy most dear, or else has been devoured by his house guests.
I came here looking for Maerwald as well.
Oh, truly? Then perhaps we can help one another. The grounds are infested with all manner of beasts. I've never seen the like. I didn't want to risk it alone, but you seem capable. Together, I'm sure we could manage it. And then we can both ask our questions of Maerwald. I seek a great treasure, you see. Not gold or silver, but the Tanvi Oratoa. You might call it the Book of Virtues. It's a sacred text of the Rauatai, but we possess only a fragment of it. A year I've journeyed in search of the rest, and I uncovered evidence that leads me to believe the original lies just there, beneath the keep.
Let's go meet Maerwald then.
Excellent. Lead on, my friend, and I will be at your heels. Ah, wait. Speaking of that, I ought to warn you first. Wondrous teeth, I nearly forgot. I have, at times, been followed. It began in Adir, and in Exometal they attacked outright. I believe they do not wish for me to find what I am looking for. I say believe, but I have been told as much by one of my would-be assassins. I pay them little mind. Humorless sorts in long robes. But it's why I bought the sword, you see. And it's only fair that you should know.
What are a few assassins between friends?
I'm glad you're not discouraged. Come then. Who knows what we will find inside?
We're gonna explore the outside first. Okay, why not? Ominous music. One chair's cast still smells faintly of ale, long spilt in the dirt.
Once more through the gates. With more success this time, I hope.
That might be Travis Willingham. I'm not positive though.
How may I help?
Following your lead. Brave Dalfiloth.
Yeah.
How may I help?
Following your lead. What? Levaru beyond seek.
All right.
Got it.
The trapdoor has been battered by the elements. Tugging on the rusted handle only produces heavy rattling.
Yeah.
Yes?
Following your lead. If thou feel this isn't working.
Sure.
Don't get enough time to even.
Eh?
If thou feel
Sure.
Leave our village! We've done nothing to you! You can't do this!
Do what?
This is our village, our home! The Nine Claws have lived here almost 50 generations. We were here long before your kind brought war to our lands. You can't just burn it all! Have mercy, soldier! Our warriors have all gone! You can't burn us all because of them!
That's not good.
If thou feel leave.
Aye?
What? Yes? Right away.
Lizard skins, knuckle bones, and teeth of various sizes lie among the weeds.
Hmm?
How may I help?
Following your lead.
What?
Yes?
Yes? Lava will be on sea!
What? Bye.
The hedges grow in shaggy heaps, shot through with weeds and tall grasses. Only weeds grow in this dusty patch.
Great.
Yeah?
Following your lead.
Yes?
Following your lead.
Great lengths of rope and a few flint chips are scattered across this workbench.
Got it.
Tangle wires and broken gears litter these wooden boxes.
Yeah? Sure.
Lizard skin, knuckle bones, teeth of various sizes. Have I explored everything now? I don't know. Let's go. Keep going this way. Can't get there. Amphitheater. That's everything, huh? Can I get in here? No, not yet. Okay. So now, I've explored everything. Check out the little house before we go into the big house. The shelves creak under the books. Many of the covers are mottled with mildew. Cowboys bind the remains of a broken alembic, a cracked mortar and very shattered bottle of vials to the table. Sour of rancid grain and spoiled food permeate the air. Dust and rusted utensils cover the countertop. Rats skitter among the broken stairs. Okay, so that's all I can do here. Huh? I thought there was more. Oh, well, let's go to the main abode then.
Well, that's unusual. Get arrested out there. Oh.
Yeah.
Brave thou
Aye?
What?
following your lead. Philothili. Following your lead.
Sure.
The gray and brown pelts of mice split between the boards. As you come to the end of the great hall, you perceive an inviting warmth radiating from a grand throne wrought of marble. Its masterful artistry out of place amidst the castle's more practical stonework. The veiled face of a woman is carved above the throne's backing, watching over the room with hollow eyes. As you approach, you feel the warmth fluctuate as though stirring. A voice rings out from the carving, permeating the fortress through the stone and air. Another watcher
in Card Nua, glowing very brightly indeed to these eyes. What strange happenstance.
You know what I am?
One could hardly mistake it. You're burning like a candle. Of course, I also know what to look for. In any case, I assume you're here looking for Maerwald?
Any idea where I can find Maerwald?
I can feel his presence faintly somewhere deeper inside the keep. But he uses his gifts to confound me, and my senses are dulled while he does so. I only wish I could know his mind.
Tell me more about Maerwald.
He was a great man. He came here one day, young with long hair and polished armor, and he banished the dark things that had come to lurk in this place after centuries of neglect. He could see the beauty of this place, the way it had been, so he claimed it for his own when no one else would take it. We worked together to restore it. But he began to grow distant some time ago. He never told me why. He retreated deeper and deeper into the keep, never leaving, sending servants for food, hiding himself from my sight. The restoration stopped. Now, to look at the place, you'd never know the progress we'd made. In most places, it's worse than it ever was. And all I can do is watch it crumble around me.
Are you imprisoned in that throne?
Imprisoned? At times it feels that way, I suppose. But it's more that I reside here. The throne was brought up from the ruins, one of the first things they found. As a last favor to a dying woman, the Earl arranged for me to be moved into it. Audra is an accommodating vessel for a soul. Oh, it's not as confining as it seems. I can feel the whole keep from here, and all things that are tied to it. There's something about this throne and its construction. Or maybe it's something about this place. Take care in your search. Many dangers lie in wait here.
Grave.
Yes?
What?
Fighters have taken up residence in the empty shells.
No problem.
The map shows Deerwood's old colonial borders. A settlement called New Dunrid is marked in the place of the present-day Defiance Bay. So nothing interesting in here. Just some things to kill. what's up the stairs. Feels of cobwebs, the only thing holding this rickety old mess together. Something has made a nest out of old straw and mattress ticking. Alright, let's go into the door that opened when the nice lady in the chair talked to me.
Been out playing soldier again, have we? Go wash up and come help me shuck these peas.
She turns from you long enough to produce a basket that, like her, is shimmering and semi-transparent. No complaints, you've got to eat your vegetables if you want to grow up strong and be a real soldier one day. Just like we agreed, right? What are you talking about?
Soldiers are important people. They defend the weak and punish the wicked. You're too young to understand now, but there are lots of wicked people. People like the man who murdered your father.
Remind me what happened to, my father?
Before you were born, the Glanfathans attacked settlers like us. They said we'd knocked over some of their special Adra rocks. That's why they call it the Broken Stone War. They got very angry, and so they came into our villages and killed many people. Your father was one of them.
He was one of the people the Glanfathans killed? That's what I said. Her voice is low and hoarse. And is frozen over the basket, something dark and empty clouds over her eyes.
That's why you'll be a soldier one day. To protect and to avenge. Why don't you go back out and play? I'll finish up here.
There were trails like gleam inside the barrels.
Eh?
Oof.
Yes?
Following your lead.
What?
Lavaru, be on seek!
Yeah.
Following your lead.
Eh?
Yes?
Yet!
Lavaru, be on seek!
That was a fun one. You got cocky there.
Sure.
You cannot venture forth while in combat.
That's the problem. I'm not in combat. There we go.
Eh?
Yes?
What?
Worth and rock.
Worth and rough!
New orders, Lieutenant. Ready your squad.
That was a little bit of a rough one.
Got it.
A Spectrum man arrayed in armor and an officer's cloak studies a single sheet of paper. You can see straight through to the ducal and aegis insignias on his breastplate. Seems to read over the page several times before looking up at you. When he does, his expression is unreadable.
There's been a change of plans. Take your squad and march south all the way to the bow in the river. Bring a wagon team and a dozen barrels of pitch.
His voice falters and he shakes his head. The hand holding the paper drops to his side. Tell me about the orders.
The instructions come from Admeth Hadred himself, which means they might as well have come from the Duke. We're to burn those hut dwellers out. Set fire to the deerwood so they've nowhere to retreat. Cut them down when they come out. Or let them blaze if they won't.
A ghostly sigh forms a mist in front of his lips.
It'll make this even shorter than the Broken Stone War, all right. And we can only hope it'll discourage future conflicts. I know this is personal for you. It is for many of us. But understand, we're doing this to end this war, not to continue the last one. Remember that we're flushing out the enemy, not burning villages for sport. Bareth will have his work cut out for him tonight.
As rough with splinters. I need to rest up a little bit. I use a lot of son of a bitch.
We'll take those farmers by surprise.
I'll have it in no time. The work of a moment.
Almost time. Di and Heather scouted the village last night. They're rounding up the rest of the party now.
What party?
Don't worry. Everyone remembers the raid was your idea. The Rio had to go along with it after you'd gotten the rest of the clan riled up. No one once had said that the Nine Claws were too cowardly to stand with the rest of the tribe when the foreigners desecrated our ruins.
The Regus tries to paint his face twists as he laughs. You may not like them, but they're still our elders for now. That was clever, drawing the support of the community first. By the time you approached the Riao, they had no choice but to support us. There's no doubt you'll join their ranks one day. So long as no farmer's pitchfork fails you tonight, he laughs.
The tribes need more leaders like you. Women who value deeds over words.
Reaches towards your cheek, but stops midway, his splayed fingers quivering as a tremor of doubt runs through him.
You were right. We were too soft when the foreigners first came, and now they humiliate us. We'll be soft no more, and the invaders will learn to leave us alone once and for all.
Oh.
No. Keep away from us. Leave us!
Maybe we should come back later?
You, Maerwald. He looks up over his hand, the muscles around his eyes twitching, and begins whispering to himself in sharp hisses, as though having an argument. All at once he stops shaking, a sudden calmness falling over him. His head tilts forward slightly, and he looks you dead in the eyes like a cornered animal about to pounce. His voice turns suddenly raspy.
Maerwald isn't here, and he isn't fooled. He has sent for no callers. Be gone, deceiving spirit!
I'm a watcher. I met a woman in the Gilded Vale who thought you could help me.
Maerwald will speak with you, but you will maintain your distance, or you'll have me to answer to.
Come to speak to Maerwald? Maerwald whose touch is poison? Maerwald who knows not his effect?
I was told I'm a watcher and that you could tell me more about it. Oh, and about a tablet of some worth after that, once you two are finished, of course.
A window. Window to the ether, where spirits dwell. Peer and reach into it. Speak and listen through it. A watcher sees souls, reads them, knows their pasts, souls of the living, souls of the dead, an empath, and the souls see them back. Used it to help beings in both realms, did I? What the gods wanted of me, thought I.
The gods put me in the world for vengeance, and I obliged. It was the gods' wishes that we protect those lands. My way was the only way to remove the foreigners.
Little I knew.
I was accosted by spirits on my way here. What do they want?
No! No! Forgive me! Forgive me!
He covers his mouth with his hand, his breaths convulsing, his eyes red and exhausted. You seem to have lost your mind.
Lost? No. Found more of it. Too much. Too much to bear. An awakening.
How could a simple awakening have driven you to this? You mean you remember your past lives?
Something reminds. Memories stirred. Memories before birth. Other bodies. Other times. Memory, personality, identity, any might resurface. Or all.
And I seem to be having a conversation with several of them right now.
Ghosts of the mind. Maerwald has lost control. Maerwald's body no more.
The spirits I pass, what are they?
Spirits and not spirits. Always whispering to Maerwald, reminding him of his mistakes. No sleep. Watchers see memories before them, form them from the essence of their own souls. Once Maerwald awakened, he could not make them leave. gave them more form, not less.
The spirits are memories from previous lives?
Troubled memories, angry memories, pulling Maerwald back, reminding him his mistakes. Marauder and soldier, soldier and marauder, how could they know?
Why do these past lives still trouble you?
My fault. All my fault. Soldier and marauder, soldier and marauder and Maerwald. No forgiveness for what's past. No undoing what's done. No sleep. No sleep for the Watcher. War there was all around. War of stone, war of tree.
War of Tree, of course. The Broken Stone War and the War of Black Trees. This was in the early period of Adiran colonization, fighting between the Deerwood colonists and the native Clanfathans. See, but that was a long time ago.
Death we brought to the settler men. We, the 9 claws. Claws of 9. Worse what we did to the women. For love of the gods. The gods' love. For their love.
I met one of your memory spirits. There was talk of raiding a village. Maerwald's voice becomes raspy and he is somewhere else in place and time, speaking to someone unseen.
Hold her down. Head her. Give this Adia bitch an heir that belongs in Air Glodfath.
Maerwald cringes, himself again watching something he can't bear to see, shaking his head over and over. He wails. His soul is marked by flame, and those marks will never heal. His trial has broken him, but better that than to live in weakness. Go on.
The boy. The boy. The baby boy. The boy. Conceived in the raid. Conceived by force. Vessel for marauder. Slain in the raid. Marauder and the boy. Marauder and soldier.
A baby conceived by the raider? What do you mean it was a vessel for him?
For the soul. Marauder's soul. Same soul. One soul. Boy's soul. Marauder's soul. Raised in lies and vengeance. Raised to soldier. Raised for the fire. Born for the fire.
And that was his mother I met in the keep. She told him his father was killed by the raiders.
You'll get no pity from me. The crimes of the 9 Claws clan in the last war are still unavenged. But the gods are just. They have led me here. In my father's name, every one of you will burn. Light it.
Burning his own, and why not? If they had been wicked and earned their punishment. He is weak of mind and soul. To see him cower before the flame, that should give you the measure of him. Maerwald's shoulders slump. He rocks back and forth, agitated. He mutters to himself, oblivious to your presence.
Soldier and marauder. Lies and vengeance. And dead villages. All dead. All dead. What for? What for?
Whatever the reason, I don't think we're meant to know.
How little we know.
I've seen apparitions like those elsewhere since I became a watcher. Oh no, 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 no. You too? You too? Poor woman, poor woman.
They will take you too.
Told you watchers not to be trusted. What's to be expected when one makes a habit of seeing what's not meant for mortal eyes, if not madness? Looks as though our journey together may be a short one. You're saying I'll end up like you.
So fragile, the Watcher's mind. So real, his memories. Once awakened, how can he sleep?
How do you tell a spirit from a memory?
Fragmented are memories. Stuck in time. Mindless, cruel, never far.
If I'm awakened to a past life, how would that have happened?
You were reminded of it. Strong memories. lingering lives. They dwell near the surface, waiting to be remembered, waiting to take your mind for their own. Maerwald sat at his hearth and watched his fire, watched the wood burn. Then came the memory of another fire and burning wood and screams.
His face trembles involuntarily. There must be some way to make these memories go away.
No. Always there. Always remembered. Can't forget. Can't unsee.
I didn't just remember. Someone caused this. They wore masks and spoke of books and keys and a queen. There was a man there. He seemed familiar to me.
Keys of lead. Books of burden. Queens that were. Known to me are they. The leaden key.
The leaden key. It seems we share an enemy, Aldura Volsinier. Assassins and watchful wakers both. They certainly keep busy. What can you tell me about this leaden key?
Secrets. Secrets and deceptions and schemes. Who knows their answers? Not they. Not they. Crossed them before. Hatred of watchers, hatred and fear. Much we see. Threat to secrets.
Who is this queen they pray to?
Woodica, goddess, crown shattered and body burned. Binder of oaths and grudge holder. Bearer of justice. But whose?
If the leaden key caused my awakening, can they undo it?
Many secrets do they keep. Unawakened? Mayhap. Who else if not they?
Do you know where I might find the leaden key?
City of Defiance. Never far from the Queen.
I need to go so I can search for this man from the leaden key.
Sleep well. Sleep well.
Hold! I know your will die. Your actions were seen. You would sooner betray us to the Adir land thieves than take orders from me.
I'd sooner do a lot of things than take orders from a lunatic.
Your betrayal is for nothing. Your warnings are lost on these foreigners, and their blood will be Gallowayne's tribute this night. I have asked the elders for the honor of claiming your head as my first trophy, and they have granted it. Beg for the Seeker God to grant you a quick death. Ah.
Aye?
Yeah?
Yes?
What?
Would.
There's a change in the air of the keep. What was thick and suffocating feels to you somehow more breathable, as though yielding to a conquering invader. Maerwald's body lies inert. You could feel his soul lingering there, uncertain. There's something unique about his soul in this place. A bond formed in decades of inhabitants and lordship that feels somehow palpable to you, as though even in death, the keep knows its former master, and the former master remembers his keep. In your mind's eye, the bond seems to you as a frayed rope, ghostly and alive. Its frayed ends writhing like tide pool anemones, and you find that if you concentrate on it, you have the ability to manipulate the strands. Ooh. Do I want to bind him? I'm going to draw upon the energy of the rope. You turn both ends of the rope towards you, bringing them in contact with yours. As you do, the fibers turn to copper, and through them an energy is connected to your being. You're traveling downward now. Beneath the place you stand, seeing the place is dank and cobwebbed, and malignant, like some unattended garden overgrown with flora and overrun with vermin. Below everything at the very bottom, you glimpse for an instant some being you can't quite make out, presiding over it all with brilliant, terrifying power. One image remains in your perception, a circular room with a stone table that resembles the sun, in an area guarded by suits of armor that move of their own volition. It is deep, not far from the very bottom. There's a door in that room, invisible to all but the most fastidious of eyes. Beyond it, something shimmering, something powerful. The image fades, you find yourself in Card Nua once more. Maerwald's soul is nowhere to be seen.
I'll have it in no time. The work of a moment. The work of a moment.
Sure.
You cannot wait that older set? I don't want to discuss it.
Grave thou filas filim.
How may I help?
Following your lead.
Let's go.
Alright, before exploring
No
more of the
problem.
ruins, can I rest now? Oh, thank goodness. You awaken to the sensation of being shaken. Good lord, that's hard to say. You open your eyes, see a deer standing over you, his hand jostling your shoulder. He looks concerned. Your eyes are heavy and your vision blurred. The vague unease of unremembered nightmares clouding your thoughts. You were not sure you slept at all the previous night.
Hey. Hey. You're awake? Good. You were kind of thrashing around, eyes rolled back in your head. You were shaking. Trying to snap you out of it for a long time now. I was gonna have to get a bucket of cold water. You don't seem like you get much rest at night. You got those dark circles under your eyes.
Not lately. At night there are dreams and whispers.
Well, it's the Watcher thing, then. I'm sure it just takes some time to adjust is all. I'll try to let it sort itself out. But you'd better wake up faster next time. Trust me, you don't want that bucket of cold water.
Alright, like I said, that's where we're going to stop. I want to thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys are enjoying this. If you are, you know what to do. Leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Means a lot, and I really do appreciate it. Till next time, love you guys. Y'all are the best. See you soon.
Eh?
Poor Maerwald. He couldn't contend with all that he knew of himself. A cruel fate.
It may be my fate, too. It may, but Maerwald knew his curse for all that he succumbed to it. Perhaps he gave you what you need to escape his fate. Let's seek out these ruins he mentioned. We may find something of use. Alright. That's where we're stopping. Till next time, love you guys. See you soon.